Hey folks, what's going on? It's Coach Gavin here from TFW Kildare. So today I want to shoot a little quick video on our nutrition plans and what we do here with Training for Warriors, okay? So first off, we have what we call the Warrior 20. And the Warrior 20 is basically the 20 most nutrient rich, so all full of vitamins and minerals and all your macronutrients, all the things that we need for our body to function as best it can, okay? So the 20 foods that have the most of these out there, all, you know, good fat, non-processed foods and as well, and very kind of readily available out there as well. So that's what we try and get people to align with them as well as much as possible, okay? So because we know in this day and age there's a lot of options out there as well, and kind of, you know, sometimes people kind of dabble in and out between different foods and things like that as well. So by and large, once your main foundation is the Warrior 20, it's a good foundation to succeed. And this is all the work we go through with our current batch of 8-week warriors that are, again, we had 51 people weigh in and we're down 250 pounds in 4 weeks. So if you do the maths, it's pretty good. It's about 5.5 pounds each, which is a very realistic target to have and also very sustainable, okay? So at the top here in the blue, you see we have proteins. And what we have here on the board is basically how you should construct every meal: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Okay, now you might not convert your current style over to this straight away, but it should be the goal over time then as well, and we'll discuss that in the second part of the board what to do. So proteins: beef, chicken, turkey, eggs, peas, beans, lentils, game, like so poultry, things like that as well. Fish, all perfectly good sources of protein. So there needs to be one of them in each of your meals at least. Then coming down next, you have your greens. So greens, for the sake of this discussion and for all our videos, is that a green we would consider any vegetable that's not a potato, turnip, parsnip or carrot, okay? And that's just because, again, higher in vitamins, higher in minerals, higher in all the good things that we need. Next up then, you will need fats with each of your meals, be it butter, milk, coconut oil, olive oil, the fat that comes with meat then as well. Any of those, all good fats, which can all go and do a job in the body. Lastly then as well, starches. So starches are your breads, your wraps, your crackers, your tortillas, pasta, rice, and both types of them then as well, so whole grain and white, okay? Spuds, cereals, crisps, chocolate bars, alcohol, takeaway, you know, all the lovely things. Yeah, but all the things that we overindulge on way too much. So the first section is there, that's what we need to have in each meal. The next part is how much do we have? And again, we use what we call the handful approach. So for your proteins, you will go with an open palm approach as well. So the size of your protein, the portion of your protein should be the size of the palm of your hand and also the depth of it then as well, give or take, all right? These are all ballpark figures, folks, and this is basically just a kind of an easy to plug in, easy to adapt approach as well. That means you don't have to go and weigh and measure and use all these formulas as well. Because being realistic, if you're struggling with your food, you're struggling with your habits, what makes you think, or what makes anyone think that you're going to be able to pick up a fairly complicated system where you have to go and weigh stuff and measure stuff and track this and track that? Get this under control first, and then by all means move on to something more complex and something more well-rounded then as well, okay? When it comes to your veg, a minimum open palm again. So your portion of veg with each of yours should at least be the size of your hand, ideally progressing up to where you get 2 portions then as well. When it comes to fats, we are talking a thumb size. So you'll see we say down to the second knuckle. So that being the top of the thumb, your first knuckle, the second knuckle here, just on your thumb, okay? And again, like I said, just don't be freaking out if you're not exactly, you know, on these measurements. In or around is perfectly fine, because I'm fairly confident for 90+% of you watching or following, or even more importantly, taking action on this advice, simply just doing this and implementing this system, this kind of routine, will definitely start reaping results fairly quickly. When it comes to your starches, okay, so all the foods we mentioned before, a closed fistful is the limit. So we're talking about spuds, pasta, rice, okay, and breads, all right? A closed fistful per meal, and that's it then as well, all right? Moving on then to the second half of the board. So, kind of, you know what you need to have in each meal. You know where to find all those foods. You know how much of it to have. We've just covered that there, those first 3 steps. Next up then is how do we implement it? Well, what we advise people to do here is to log everything. So either log it for 3, 5 or 7 days. Nearly got that wrong, okay? Realistically, 3 or 5 days is perfectly fine, because tracking your food for a week, a lot of people either forget or they skip a day and then they have to go back and remember it all. So if you just focus on it for 3 days, so realistically you only cover maybe 9 or 12 meals, it's a lot easier to track, and it's a fairly good indicator too of what you're doing. Once you've logged everything, see what's either missing from your diet, see what's low in your diet, or see what's infrequent in your diet. And that is from groups 1, 2, and 3. If you look at your diet and you see, oh, I don't have a whole lot of cereal, chocolate, or alcohol, that doesn't mean, oh, sure, I'm going to load up on that then as well. So from the top 3 groups behind us there, see what's missing, see what's infrequent, see what's low, alright? Then the next step is to pick one thing, and now we don't mean one thing from each group, we just mean one thing, full stop, introduce that into your lifestyle, get it under control, master it, and then add another, okay? Because statistics have shown, again, when you try and do more than one thing at once, you're not going to get very far with button then as well. So as the phrase goes, chase 2 rabbits, catch neither, okay? Next up, and possibly most important, is just to be consistent in whatever you do, okay? So everything behind us here is all like fairly, imagine playing with kids' Lego blocks. They're really big, they're really colourful, really easy to adapt in as well. And then when you get the hang of that, you move on to the smaller pieces as you go along, the slightly more intricate bits in as well. So let's get the big Lego blocks sorted first, which is everything here behind us. So your basic meal structure, basic portion control, a basic kind of variety and selection in your foods, alright? So be consistent with everything, because there's no point following a really complex system then as well, and then falling back, and then kind of following it, not following it, following it, not following it, and your results going up and down, and your confidence going down, 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 alright? So be consistent. And lastly, and we firmly believe that this is one of the keys as to why we've seen such great success in our 8-week warriors. From week 1, we have preached and encouraged focusing on your health, your habits, the shape of your body, the level of your fitness. So those 4 keys, when focused on and when worked on, will lead to the thing that people really want, or the people that kind of, the thing that people only deem to be key to success is your weight. So sometimes people can see the shape of their body change, they can see their health improve, they can see their strength and fitness improve, they can see their moods improve, okay? They can see their habits improve. But if they don't see much of a change on the weighing scales, they consider it a failure. And that's not a good thing, okay? Play the long game here, alright? Take it step by step, week by week, okay? And there's nothing glamorous about that. There's nothing glamorous about this approach, but it's effective and successful, and that's what you want, okay? Because the reality is a lot of, again, weight loss groups and all things like that, yes, I understand they do have a benefit to a certain point. But the reason why they're successful is because when you go to them, most likely there's someone there that is worse off than you, so you don't feel as bad. So it eases the pain then as well. That's a different day's discussion, because I know, but I'm addressing it now because I know some of you are there going, ah sure, I'm following this or that or the other, and I can have this, that or whatever on it then as well. Again, according to their system, yeah you can. But according to some of their systems, you know, nuts are a bad thing to have. You know, nuts have so many rich nutrients and oils and things that we need to function off of. The Warrior 20 and the plan here behind us on the board is going to bring in all the vitamins and minerals you need for your body to naturally function, to naturally stay, again, within a reasonable weight level, alright? So give it a try, you'll see the results. When you see the results, you'll give it another try, and you maybe try harder. So between the information you need, start piecing together your meals there, okay? And don't get stuck in the, and take one meal, like we said, pick one thing. One meal, one food item, one a day. Any questions, guys? By all means, fire away. You can get into us, or you can reach us at gavin@tfwkildare.com. Whoops, so lazy. I will post the information below because off the top of my head, I don't quite have it, alright? You can call in and see us. You can hit us up on Facebook. You can call me on 087 202 2974. Alright, guys, thanks for your time. Don't forget, do. Watching this, reading this, it's all well and good. Doing it is where the difference is. Take care of yourself. Bye.